Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to say goodbye to the all-carnivore park. Unfortunately, an override save incident can happen to any park at any time. Even the best parks can be wiped out by a single tragic mistake. Thankfully, we will always have the memories and the tour. Hello everyone and welcome to the all-carnivore park, including all piscivores in Jurassic World Evolution 2. This park nearly broke my game and it certainly nearly broke me, but here we are and I'm very happy to show it to you. So here we are at the entry of the park. We have arrived via the underground hyperloop and we have some beautiful decorations in front of us. And yes, I will be touring this park at nighttime because I paid special attention to making it look good during nighttime, but I'll also edit in footage of the park during the day so you can get both experiences. But I thought this was kind of different because I've done a lot of tours, as you will have seen on the channel. If not, check it out. But we are at the all-carnivore park. We have the first lagoon in front of us. We'll go to the viewing gallery for that in a little bit. I first wanted to go into this direction and show you what that is like. You can see that we have a little mound up here, and that is a little guest section. That's just going to give us a little bit of elevation. We have 3 hotels over here. I really like how the monorail just adds a little bit of height and a little bit of epicness to the whole ordeal. And we're gonna go up here. And like I said, it's just a little seating section, and it's one of my new favorite things to do in the game. Adding that little bit of elevation, adding a little seating section to it, and then you get like this this nice different view. I've blocked it off maybe a little bit too much. I went a little bit overboard with the trees, I will admit that. So we're gonna sprint on down, and we could do 2 things. We could go that way, but since we're dealing with a park that has multiple circles, we're actually gonna go this way. I'm gonna take the long way around so I can show you more of the park. Oh god, I'm losing control of myself. I'm too excited and I just can't hide it. So we're gonna go around here. We're back at the entry right there. Beautiful. Yeah, I really love how this park looks at nighttime, so I was excited to show you that for this particular park tour. There we have the monorail that connects us to separate areas in the park, but everything, well, not everything, most things are reachable just via the path, and other areas are only reachable via either the monorail or a tour vehicle. Let's head into this one, see if the Mosasaurus is here. Oh, we do see her, Let's go down. I think we're gonna lose her in the water. Yeah, we definitely lost her. Well, we see the little splishy splashy, but that's about it. Okay, well, that was anticlimactic. You have nice skeleton decoration over here. It looks so cool at nighttime. We have a fountain. This whole pathwork over here, you can sort of see, is meant to kind of mimic the Biosyn logo. It's not an exact replica, it's just like taking inspiration from it. And really the whole park layout takes inspiration from the Biosyn logo with sort of the radiating circles. So we're gonna go in this direction. And this is just a really long path in between exhibits that we're going to follow to take us to the next section. And we're gonna sprint on through. I won't be popping into every single exhibit. Oh my god, whoopsie. We have a top jar on the loose. Yeah. I can't get these guys back in because there was no space left to leave the hatchery. So they're free, okay? Living their best life. These are the Raptors, as you can see. Like, I've just hidden them outside of, like, our viewpoint, but I'm using the floodlights to illuminate the enclosures, and I thought that was really cool. We just have one really bored Raptor in front of us. Continuing on, we're gonna run around here. The path is sort of broken up by decorations. Like, over here, you know, just a little patch of nature. This is 2 shops back to back that sort of break up the flow of traffic and encourage you to eat overpriced food and stuff like that. Here we have another patch of nature, decorations, stuff like that. A little seating section. We have the monorail train going over there. just to sort of break up the open spaces. Now this park was really, really testing me, because once I started adding in the buildings, this is a nice shot right here. Oh, love it. So what I did, we built this park, well, most of it at least, or well, maybe half of it. During live streams, what I did was I added the dinosaurs and all of the marine and flying reptiles during the live streams, and then after that I added the buildings, the pathwork, and the decorations. As soon as I started adding buildings, this save file went absolutely crazy, so it took a lot of patience and 3 crashes to get this park done. We're gonna go into this little area right here. It's just off to the side. Just imagine this is a bridge that we're crossing right now. There, just a little bit of water. Oh, the lights do funky things. Enter. Okay, well, nobody's around, but you can see yet again we're using the floodlights to the full advantage. Let's see if anyone's visible here. Again, nothing. Look, guys, come on. You're not helping me show off this. Look, they're in there. What is that? I think that's Jangjusaurus. Very shy. So, what we also have right up ahead here is one of the mini Jurassic tour stations. And if we just go over here, like if we would follow this, it would take us back to that elevated section that I showed you at the very beginning, like right by the Mosasaurus Lagoon. We have this little area off to the side with a viewing platform, which overlooks the Spinosaurus habitat. It's just hiding in the trees right there. We have a viewing platform from the Biosyn era over there as well. Now, one of the things I had to do to save this park was, first of all, I had to close it. So that's why you're getting like the VIP tour, no other guests around. I had to sell some of the dinosaurs, not the species. It still has all carnivorous species, but I had to sell some of the individual animals just to lessen the strain. That does mean that the park no longer works with comfort turned on, but I have proof from the live streams that it did work with all of the comfort turned on initially. So all of the dinosaur requirements, both social and habitat, oh, there you go. All of those requirements were initially met, and you can just see how cool it is at nighttime with those floodlights. Here I went with the floodlight inside of the exhibit, sort of hidden by the tree, so you get that spoopy effect of the Biosyn trees over there. I think that's really, really cool. So, where am I? Orient myself. Okay, so here we have the tour. Lovely. Which goes through most of the park, actually. Here we have like another nature section. I use that a lot, again, just to break up all of the pathwork. I'm gonna sprint a little bit. Nice fountain and decorations. Shops. Here you see plenty of seating, plenty of lights. Gonna go around here. We're gonna see if we can find anyone in this lagoon. Oh. Oh. And yeah, no, they're pretty much not visible. This is a real problem with the lagoon. We need lights for inside the lagoon. Something at least. Okay. So we're gonna keep going. This is from the same lagoon. More shops. I did not bother customizing the shops. I hardly ever do, and this certainly wasn't going to be the park where I would start doing that, because as I said, it was a very frustrating park build. Like after like the first 10 buildings, it was all down here from there. I had to wait like 30 seconds for a building to appear from the menu in my park so I could place it. It was very challenging. There's literally nothing to see here. Look, I promise they're in there. It's just quite sizable lagoons because, of course, they had to meet all of the size requirements for their habitats. So they have plenty of places to go where they're just outside of viewing range. Another nice little private seating section, more shops. I actually don't know off the top of my head what the rating is, but I think it's pretty good. I used a lot of trees as like hedges to line all of this stuff, and I think it turned out really pretty. Nice little fountain. We can go off to this section over here. We're just gonna keep on sprinting. Here you see we have invisible fences, and that is because the dinosaurs behind here were, like, technically they were happy, but for some reason at some point they just weren't happy anymore, and then they started breaking out, and of course nothing can break out of the invisible fences, so that's why I did that. And what we have in here are the Raptors and the Indominus Rex, so this feels very counterintuitive that they are behind an invisible barrier. We're actually just gonna sneakily go inside of the exhibit and see if we can find some dinosaurs. Come on. Oh, I hear them. Ah, there you go. So we have the Raptor squad in here. And there she is. And the Indominus Rex. Properly spooky. Alright, now we're back over here. That was a dead end section with the Indominus Rex and the Raptors. We're gonna go around here. I really love this double crosswalk for the tours and the path. Here we have another tour building. We have an aviary, more nature stuff. I really love how this park looks from the top down. It has some flaws, and that has to do with how I built this park. If you are also going to do an all carnivore, all piscivore, or even an all species park, I would recommend starting with the lagoons and the aviaries, just getting those in the park, getting a nice layout for them, fitting them together nicely with minimal waste of space, and then do the regular enclosures. I did it the exact opposite way, which meant I started with the regular enclosures and then used the leftover space for the aviaries and the lagoons. That was really the wrong way to go about it, because the placement of the lagoons and the aviaries with how the modular system works is very challenging to optimize the use of space. So do it in reverse. That is my top tip. And what's coming up is also a bit of a dead end. We have 2 more hotels. We have a bit of fog forming over here. That's kind of cool. Nice. So we have 2 hotels, and we have another lagoon viewing gallery. This is for the Tylosaurus, if I recall correctly. Good God, man. This is just awful. Awful, awful, awful. And that was sort of the max of what we could reach by foot, so I'm just gonna show you what I've showed so far. So here we have this entire section. This is the Indominus Rex enclosure, so that's that dead end, the 2 crosswalks. We have this entire rounded pathway that we followed, this sort of intersection over here, which looks so good, if I do say so myself. And this is the entire entry point. So this is the Mosa Lagoon, the Biosyn logo inspired pathwork. So that is what we've seen so far, and all of that is reachable via just the path itself. Now we're gonna go to the sections of the park that are only reachable via monorail and the truck tours. So we're gonna follow this track over here. It's in the reverse direction, but that's okay. This is the Giga Enclosure, which we've seen, and then we come in this area right here, and this is where I'm gonna drop us off. All right, so there you go, monorail station, nice little hedge of trees surrounding us. Speaking of trees, we also have metal trees. Nice little fountain, because you can never have enough fountains. A shop, not customized, I'm sorry. That is really one of my main flaws when it comes to park building, that I always neglect to customize the signs. Now, alright, fingers crossed that we're actually gonna see something. Oh, come on. Oh, well, not really. Not really. These are like blurred on, but they're so magical they're invisible. Ooh, ah. I don't know. I really love how this park looks at night. I'm so happy with it. Okay, so we have like a ton of viewing galleries all around here. I'm gonna check out a couple of them. Oh, there you go, there you go. Carcharodontosaurus. This is also Carchara. I think this is a different exhibit. Oh, Acro. What do we have over here? Oh, well, there's the Acro, but their exhibit ends over here. Oh, what was here? Right, Troodon. And I think what happened... Here, we have a tombstone over there. Because I think what happens is they don't really like... Well, two of them are in the water right now. But there was this Troodon on this island. And he wouldn't leave the island. Even though the feeders were over there. So he starved. And, yeah, that happened. It looks so good. I'm sorry, I'm just patting myself on the back. I also just mean that the game looks good. So, we have this section off to the side, and this is going to also just give us a view into the Giga Enclosure. By the way, I love how close you can get these lights to the fencing. Again, just a reminder, my game is still completely unmodded. Everything you see in this game right here is just vanilla, okay? And here we have another tour. And that is actually the end of this section. So I'll fly up again. There, so that is the section that we just toured. And when you take this tour, and we might as well... Oh my god, it's gonna start us over there? No, I don't want that. If we were to take this tour, I need to make this snappy, so we're not gonna do that. But you can see that it goes through every single one of these aviaries. So it just loops through all of them. You can see all of the flying reptiles, but we're just gonna sneakily pop in like this. And we have the cats right here. This feels very unsafe, but apparently it's perfectly fine. What do we have in here? I'm just gonna sample a couple of them. Sierradactylus. What's in the long one? I feel like we had two different ones in here. Two that didn't really like each other. Mara? Oh, Tropiognathus, excuse me. And I think Geosternbergia. Technically, Tropiognathus doesn't like Geosternbergia, so that's why I made this, like, super elongated one. So they could sort of avoid each other. There you go. Oh, she's sleeping. Alright. Well, we're gonna move on to the next little section, and that is this one right here. Again, we would reach this via the tour. You can see it comes out of the aviary right here. So I'll drop us down. There. Ah, we see one coming out of the aviary right now, which is kind of cool. Very nice. We're gonna cross. Again, lots and lots of trees. It really wasn't, by the way, the decorations that were breaking this save file. It was 100% the buildings and the pathwork. Whenever I worked on the buildings or the pathwork, the game would really struggle, would really lag and crash 3 times. But decorations was pretty normal. Nothing really happened as I added decorations, even though there are a lot of them, obviously. So we have this little section with a viewing gallery into the hatchery, no, a viewing gallery into the aviary. Here we have another lagoon. More seating and decoration. Come on, that looks nice. It looks nice. It's a nice park. So there you go, around here. Ooh, bunk. Ran into a light. And again, there is nothing to see. Gosh darn it. There is really a fault in the viewing system here. Okay, but this is like a super mini section. You can see right here. This is really all there is to it.
But the tour continues to the final section of the park, and you can see that the exhibits are sort of like these concentric rings, and they're all separated into different exhibits with different species. Also another escaped flying reptile. So the tour goes through them with the invisible fencing to give visibility into the exhibits. And it takes us to the final guest section. It sort of curves around, goes around the lagoon over here. And then it drops us off right here. Oh, come on. There you go. So we're welcomed by shops and a restroom because, you know, you get just so excited that you have to tinkle. More shops. We'll go over to this side first. And here we have another control center with a Hyperloop connection to the control center at the very start of the park, so our entry point, and also connected to the Biosyn viewing towers that we have throughout the park. 2 spinoskeletons, a hotel. We're a little short. I was kind of hoping we could see the river from here, but we're a little bit short to look over that mound that is just beyond the border of the map, unfortunately. And you can hear our top attraction right there. That is the T-Rex. So we're gonna go into this viewing tower and see if she is visible. Darling. Oh, there she is, there she is. Taking a sit. There's also Compsognathus in here, but obviously those are going to be quite hard to spot. So if we walk around here, we also have our final lagoon right there. Let's check if we maybe see the Compsognathus. No. This is an excellent dinosaur park experience. We also have the JP3 fence again to give visibility from the path, you know, if our guests actually work that way. And we can walk pretty much all the way around this lagoon. And that is not necessarily a deliberate choice. It was just a case of only being able to fit the viewing gallery on the other side and optimize the space that way. But I feel like it actually turned out quite nice because you get all of these long winding paths and natural shapes and stuff like that. So I think it turned out quite nice the way you have to walk around the lagoon to see into the lagoon. So here you go. This is the viewing gallery. Some torches, because that's not a safety hazard whatsoever. And okay, final chance. Come on, game. Do not disappoint. Oh, for frick's sake. And again, we have absolutely nothing. I do see the shadow. This is the Coronosaurus. But a shadow is all we're gonna get. Awesome. Look at that amazing what a thrilling experience. Just imagine that you paid thousands of dollars for this. Yeah, oh, come here, baby. Come to mama. Come on, then. Don't be shy. No, don't turn away. Don't turn. Oh, for frick's sake. Well, this is the best view we've gotten into a lagoon so far, so kudos. Alright, and let me fly up to show you the park in its, like, full glory. So we have this section right here. Now this, like this central band, I suppose, all of that with the lagoons and the aviaries, I did that last. And you can really see that this looks really messy. I'm not the most proud of this. And that's why my advice is start with the lagoons and the aviaries so you can fit them together nicely. And then do your regular exhibits, because your regular exhibits can be not any size if you have comfort turned on as I had, but they can be any shape and you can mold them around like the awkward corners that are left by the lagoons and the hatcheries. But here we have the overall park. The all carnivore, all piscivore park, and I'm really happy with how it turned out in the end. It took a lot of patience and perseverance and just plain tenacity, but I managed to finish it, and I do really hope that my effort has earned a like. So if you did enjoy this park, if you enjoyed the tour, please give the video a like, and of course if you want to see more park tours with building inspiration and tips, then consider subscribing to the channel. I'd love to have you join the square. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and until next time, enjoy the game.